I want to talk about the meaning of the word opportunity. It means a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. Growing up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, there weren't many opportunities for me personally. On the other hand, I see others have several open door opportunities for them. I went to school with a boy named Brandon. He was very smart, and he was good at baseball. I remember the New York Yankees told him after high school they were going to draft him and offer him a $2.3 million deal. So, the nigga was going to be rich when he walked that stage, but he was hanging with niggas that was jealous of him. His parents warned him of his friends on multiple occasions. One night he and his friends were out. He was the driver. His friends went inside Pizza Hut. He was waiting in the car not knowing his friends were robbing Pizza Hut. Something went wrong and they killed two white girls that were both working. They all got caught and said it was Brandon's idea. He was the mastermind even though he didn't pull the trigger. And he had no idea what was going on. He received 20 years. His opportunity was gone. I remember another situation. I went to school with this girl named Brittany. She was smart. She wanted to be a lawyer. She was offered a full ride to Harvard University, but her boyfriend was a dumb street nigga with some good dick. He had her in mind control. He told her she shouldn't go to college to Harvard, it's way too far away. She listened to him. She went to Matt A's, a 2-year school in Milwaukee. Her family was pissed, but there wasn't anything they could do about it. She was 18 years old. Brittany and her nigga got an apartment close to her school. One day she came from class early and she caught this nigga fucking on a tranny. They started arguing. She was screaming she was going to tell everyone. He wasn't trying to have that, so he stabbed her 7 times. He got life and her family had to bury her. I actually went to that funeral. I presented these few examples to explain sometimes we all have some type of opportunity. It might not be easy to get to the opportunity, but the opportunity is still there. I just knew when I was offered an opportunity, or I saw one, I had to take that motherfucker because I wanted out of my situation. Even though leaving my situation caused a lot of drama. What you want in life isn't always easy to have. My name is Nisha. I grew up on the north side of Milwaukee. 17th and Locust to be exact. I never had a normal life. Some people had both parents. My parents were drug addicts. Once I was born, I was hooked on heroin. I was going through heroin withdrawals when I was a baby. My parents couldn't take care of me, plus my father overdosed and died when I was just 2 weeks old. My mom was so gone in the streets she couldn't raise me. She would leave me at a dope house when she got high, so my grandma took care of me. She was pretty much both my mom and dad. She was a gangster too. She sold drugs and was a pimp. But she gave that lifestyle up after doing 10 years in the feds. Growing up with her wasn't easy either. We weren't rich, and we lived in a high crime area. Poverty was high, so motherfuckers were always pocket watching. If you had nice things, they were going to rob you by watching your house and your every move. They watched to see what time you went to work so they could rob you while you were at work. The shit was sad, but that was life growing up. I looked up to the strippers, drug dealers, and the local rappers. The strippers always had designer clothing and foreign cars. The drug dealers had power and money. The local rappers had fame and respect. I wanted everything they had. I remember growing up, some of my family members had nice clothes like my cousins, but they shitted on me. They made fun of me because I didn't have any money, and my mom was selling her body to get high. I carried that pain with me. My grandma told me, one day, "You're going to be successful. They will ask you for things like clothes and money. They will ask you for an opportunity because God can give it and take it away. So, always remember what I said." She always made me feel good about myself. That's why no one could tell me shit. My confidence was there because of my grandma. My dream was to be a rapper because I was smart and had a way with words. Putting words together was my gift. It was very easy for me and I loved music. I was good with school. My grandma always pushed college on me because no one in the family ever went. She wanted me to get a degree and get some office job making $40,000 a year. Something that didn't make sense to me. I wanted to be a rapper and make millions. But I did go to college after I graduated high school. I went to Illinois State University. I wanted out of Milwaukee. So when the opportunity was given, I took it even though I ended up taking the Greyhound bus there with just black plastic bags. I didn't care. I just wanted to leave my hometown. I majored in business management because I wanted to be a businesswoman. When I got on campus, it was a life-changing for me. I got the chance to experience different races. I arrived on campus weighing 130 pounds, but when I left campus, I was 165 pounds. I was eating well, plus, I was stress-free for once in my life. I enjoyed the college parties and meeting new people that were outside of Milwaukee. Sadly, I actually didn't finish college. I dropped out after my freshman year of college. I was getting good grades and more. But I wasn't making any real money. I was working at Walmart part-time and stripping on the weekends at this small town 30 minutes away from my college. I got into stripping because of the fast money on the weekends. I would bring in $300 to $400. To me, that wasn't bad for a college kid, but my life changed when this rapper from Memphis came to our school to perform. Dev Rapper had 4 girls with him and his niggas. One of the girls walked up to me. Her name was Alicia. She was a pretty light-skinned chick. She favored Alicia Keys too, but she was more hood than anything. She had bottom golds in her mouth. She was thick as ever with nice tattoos and long hair. She had pretty nails. She dressed nice with Ivan Romance clothing and a Gucci bag. She looked like money. She approached me and started asking questions such as, where I was from. Eventually, she told me she was from St. Louis, Missouri. I figured that because she was wearing a Cardinals hat. She had the St. Louis accent. She said I was pretty, chocolate, and she loved my shape. She recommended that I should get into dancing at the club she worked at, and that I would make a lot of money. This club just opened up in Memphis, and they needed dancers when she told me. I got her number from her. Then, she went on stage to perform. Her stage name was Alicia Got Bands. The way she controlled the crowd when she was rapping her lyrics was on point, and she had a fast flow like Meek Mill. Right then and there, I knew I was moving to Memphis to be a stripper and go full-time for my rap career. I was going to pull a one and done like a college player that does 1 year of college, then go to the NBA to get the money. Several times, I was in my dorm room writing songs. I wrote over 100 songs. I also was learning how to make my own beats. I was self-teaching myself with the school laptop. Consequently, I dropped out. I owned a 2007 Jeep Cherokee. I got it when I was in college so I could drive around town. I packed my bags and drove down to Memphis. I found an apartment. I started stripping. My goal was to make a name for myself in the city of Memphis. And this is where my story begins. Strippers, bands a make her dance.